I didn't know whether to put this because we're unashamed fans of this gentleman, in that Shaun Johnson. 4 weeks he's been injured. Achilles, I believe, or a foot of some sort. Is that it for SJ?
Yeah, I think it is. I don't think that'll be the last time we see him in a Warriors jersey, but I think this is the last season that we do see him. I think he's got to call it quits. Look, it's tough to say. Like he was absolutely phenomenal last year. Rightly, wrongly, whoever, Kalen Ponga got the Dahlia medal. I can hear either way. I thought there was a 3-way race and ended up with Kalen Ponga, but I think this is it for SJ. His body's really letting him down now, and when he was out of the team, they won some games that they shouldn't have won with some really, really depleted squads, and he's come back and they haven't looked good. They really, really haven't looked good. Like, and the cop's 60 on the weekend, and he stayed out there. Like, yeah, I think they need to move in a new direction. They're Fanua Blake's going. They're bringing in James Fisher-Harris. I think you need to start building the team around him. Tamari Martin looked really, really good in the 7. Chanel Harris-Tavita. You need to bring Metcalf back into the team. He's another one who needs to stay fit as well. And yeah, it's sad to say, but he's an absolute legend of the game. But yeah, this is the last we'll see of Shaun Johnson. If you know what, if you said to me right now, if you said, Terry, I've gone into the future and Shaun Johnson doesn't play another game, it's really, really disappointing, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm torn on this because I love Shaun Johnson. I know we did have a crack at him on the way out because the way he handled himself when the Cronulla exit came about. I don't really blame him for it. There was contract offered and pulled, depending on who you believe. But whatever, I'm not going to hold it against him. Absolute legend of the game. Probably the best Kiwi to ever play the game. Certainly the biggest star.
Yeah, that's the thing. Biggest star.
Yeah, so we're talking an absolute legend of the game. I don't want to see him decline and go out with a whimper. I want to see him come back. And look, I don't think the Warriors will play finals now. If they do, they'll come in and they won't host the game. Hopefully the last game at Mount Smart Stadium is sold out and it's Shaun Johnson Appreciation Night. And he hangs them up because the Shaun Johnson who's come back since the injury, maybe came back too early, I don't know. Just hasn't been the same bloke. And earlier this year, look, last year was an absolute wonderful season. And yeah, I had him as the outright Dally M favourite. I can hear the argument for Ponga, but I don't agree with it respectfully. I think it was Johnson and then the field. So I know why he played on. I think we got robbed of him and Metcalf because I think that's a super combination that, could build into another season. But the way Tamari Martin especially played while he was out, they just look like a completely different team. And as soon as Johnson came in, it went out the window again, the cohesion. Maybe it's coincidence. I am sitting on the fence, but I'd be shocked if Shaun Johnson plays any football after this season, as much as I hate to say that. Wish the bloke all the best for what he's done for Rugby League. And I'll tell you what, he could go into coaching, he could go into media. He could stand out the front and I'll give him money because I love Shaun Johnson. So, brilliant stuff. Hope that's not it, but if it is, that is an absolute legend career.